and our last award is a very special Lifetime Achievement Award that we reserve for women who've made a lasting impact on our community. Judy O'Bannon, for most of us we recall her as First Lady Judy O'Bannon, has not only made a lasting impact on our city, but our state, nation, and truly the world as well. Let's hear from Judy about making the world a better place in this next video.
I was a Brownie and a Girl Scout during what were the Second World War years. And what groups like that did is things that were patriotic. So we as a community did things like you gathered up toys for doll hospitals for servicemen's children, or you collected old metal and threw them in the town scrap heap. And I saw people coming together to celebrate who they were, try to keep people happy, to keep them fed, to keep them involved, and that was a thing that motivated people, and I liked it. As an adult or as a kid, we're helping to enable someone to do what they wanted to do in a program. And as a civically involved person now, that's what I want to do. I use my talents to sort of help other people use their talents to achieve something they want to do. And just like everybody else, I do my little piece. And my little piece has turned into, as an old lady, writing columns for the newspaper, trying to get people to excite about ideas, programs, their involvement, encouraging people to be responsible, take opportunities. There are given confines of sorts, but women can expand beyond what we've done. Technology helps us out with that, but also our own concept of who we are and what we can be. With 51+% of the population women, we better figure out how to use the best, the brightest, the most caring people we have to make this world better. And we can't afford to throw them away because they maybe have different body parts or wear different clothes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former First Lady Judy O'Bannon.
Am I glad to see this room full of a lot of people who think Girl Scouting is important, it's exciting, and it's going to grow in its importance and excitement over the years. I can't tell you how glad I am to see all of your support. You know, it's pretty humbling to be an old lady and somebody gives you an award for using the skill that their organization trained you to have. Because I really think it's the Girl Scouts that made me what I am. And it's also a wonderful opportunity. I'm so glad that you invited me to be part of this. Have you ever heard more inspirational stories than you've heard out of the women today? I have gone home just like, I feel like I'm 16 and raring to go again after hearing them tell what motivates them, what obstacles they overcame, and what crystals they're preserving. I thank you so much for that. But I want to thank all of you because I know you are helping girls to contribute to this world that we all walk in. And you do it in different ways because I can see even through these lights that you're all different people, and that's the best part. So I thank you for allowing me to come and tell you how we as a society really need you and appreciate you. And I also think we ought to stop and think about all those volunteers in Girl Scouting all over the world that aren't here. Say like the mom who probably got up this morning, was racing off to work, but she had to make the last minute phone call to find a volunteer to take the girls to the museum this weekend. She also, on her lunch hour, probably emailed some banker because he said he'd pay to the tuition for a couple of kids to get into the museum. And unless I'm mistaken, I still think mothers go to the grocery store and they buy marshmallows and Hershey bars for s'mores, and they may even soap the outside of pails once in a while for camping trips. There's a whole lot of unsung heroes that don't get to come up and have people say to them, "Hey girl, you did okay." Without them, we wouldn't be here. Now, for you who have been brownies recently, oh, you're older women, like the brownies over here. Do you remember that fly-up ceremony? I can close my eyes and I can be there today. This is what you do when you're going to be a brownie. I mean, that was such big stuff to me. My mom was a Girl Scout leader, and I just said, oh my gosh, the people she ran around with, the women that she had meetings in my house with, they excited me. I didn't even want to go to kindergarten because I couldn't go to the meetings with my mom. And who were the people in the meetings? They were Girl Scout leaders. They had to show me a whole lot of interest, didn't they? They had to show they cared about things and that it was pretty darned exciting. And so I was happy to go to Brownies and become one. And you walk across a little bridge, and it's implying that you're bridging, you're going to something new, you're developing, it's a new world. Now the daisies get to go across the bridge. And when you get to the top, they say, twist me and turn me and show me an elf. I looked in the mirror and I saw myself. That in all the excitement of Girl Scouting, it's about finding ourselves and the magic of helping others. Now, as a kid in Brownies, I thought the whole world was going to be that way for me as a female. And like many of the people that have talked today, all of a sudden a rude awakening. They cared what my hair looked like. And I wanted to know what was in my head. They wanted to know if I could dance. And I wanted to know what I could do. And the older I got, the more I ran into things like that. So never take it for granted. Girls all over the world need you. Because here in the United States, we recognize and we act on our obligation and oh, the gift they bring to all of us. But around that world that is our living room now, that changing world, that world with contacts in a second with anyone, there are females that are left behind, and we just can't afford to throw them away. Thank you for making sure none of these people here are thrown away.